When dark clouds gather over the small island of Marie-Galante in the morning and rain begins to fall, that's the best time to plant sugarcane. Moïse Donino is the third generation of his family to grow sugarcane. An ox pulls a plough through the field and he plants freshly cut pieces of cane. He would prefer to have a tractor, but that would be too expensive.
I have to plough every furrow twice, otherwise it wouldn't be deep enough.
His neighbour Jean-Paul Rousseau is also planting cane. Dozens of shoots will grow from each piece of cane. Rousseau says it's an essential part of the island's economy.
Sugarcane production is at the heart of the island. Without it, Marie-Galante would die. That's why we're fighting to make it clear to everyone that without it, our problems would be 20 times worse than they are right now.
Les problèmes vont se multiplier par 10, par 20.
The EU plans to stop subsidising sugarcane production on Marie-Galante next year. That will be hard for the island's 13,000 inhabitants to cope with. There is little else on the island apart from sugarcane and rum production. But it's also a paradise for any tourists seeking long, empty beaches. Patrick Amable is piloting a plane above Marie-Galante. From his vantage point, it's clear to see that package tourism does not affect the island. Amable flies to Marie-Galante a couple of times a week to take groups of holidaymakers to the few small hotels on the island. But despite Marie-Galante's natural beauty, unemployment is high and many young islanders have emigrated.
What's lacking in Marie-Galante is a really big hotel. The infrastructure is not up to the standard we need for tourism to thrive on the island.
Jean-Paul Rousseau is not interested in tourism. He's proud the islanders have, so far, managed to fend off the big hotel chains. Rousseau originally trained as a telecommunications engineer. He moved to the island from Paris 30 years ago. He wants agriculture to remain Marie-Galante's main source of income. In contrast to most of the 2,000 farmers on the island, Rousseau is growing fruit and vegetables to sell.
It's hard work, and it makes you feel good when you harvest fruit that's as good as this. That gives you courage to carry on.
Rousseau sells cooking bananas to a small supermarket. The fruit is one of the few locally grown products the island has. The store's owner says that was very different before subsidies were introduced and every farmer switched over to growing cane.
Marie-Galante used to be a breadbasket. We produced fruit and vegetables for the rest of Guadeloupe. But that's over now.
But there is one other product Marie-Galante exports: rum. The island's oldest distillery, Père Lebas, is run by Claude Poirot. During the summer months, Poirot devotes his attention to the older batches of rum. He'd like to see more products like rum bottles being made on the island. However, the price of energy is too high.
If everyone wanted it, every household on the island could produce its own electricity. That's if they wanted it, and if solar panels could be imported at a normal price. So technically speaking, it would be possible.
But hardly any renewable energy is generated on the island. The plan is to eventually build a power plant right beside the sugar factory. Marie-Galante is even dependent on imports for its timber. Meanwhile, it's midday and Jean-Paul Rousseau is driving his oxen forward in the heat of 31 degrees Celsius. When they're not working in the fields, the farmers like to race their oxen. The rules allow a maximum of 12 cracks of the whip without harming the animals. Naturally, rum made in Poirot's distillery is the drink of choice. Jean-Paul Rousseau has never regretted moving from Paris to Marie-Galante. He's proud it's his home.
I call on young people to come to Marie-Galante and relax. You can meet people here who still speak openly, who are open to the world. Marie-Galante is open to everyone.
But Rousseau's 2 children have chosen to leave Marie-Galante. One moved to Paris, the other to Canada, but they will always have a home on the island. Jean-Paul Rousseau and his wife will be there. They have no plans to leave their Caribbean paradise.